In the silence between our words, I find a distance we both wish to close, yet neither of us knows how to cross. The space we share feels filled with everything unsaid and everything we've avoided, leaving us both to wonder what truly lies between us. There's a chasm growing, not from hate, but from the quiet confusion that comes when two hearts, once intertwined, now find themselves hesitant to beat in sync. We stand at opposite ends, both yearning to bridge the gap, but uncertain of where to begin. It's as if the space between us has become a quiet storm, with every unspoken word swirling like wind, pulling us further apart. I wonder if we'll ever find our way back to the calm we once shared, or if we've lost that part of us forever. I feel the distance now. Even in the moments we're together, there's an unspoken tension between us, a force that neither of us seems able to navigate. It's not anger, but a quiet ache, as if something vital has been lost, and neither of us knows how to reclaim it. There was a time when everything between us flowed so effortlessly, but now it feels like there's something intangible, something subtle but strong that holds us back. We're standing close, yet feel further apart than we've ever been. It's the weight of unspoken things that lingers between us. What was once so simple now feels complicated, and I can't help but wonder if we'll ever find our way back to that place where understanding came easily, where the space between us was always filled with trust. The more I think about it, the clearer it becomes. We're not angry with each other. We're just lost in the spaces we used to occupy so naturally. We're both holding on to something that's no longer there, waiting for the other to let go first. Sometimes it feels like the space between us is thicker than the air itself. It's not that we've said or done anything wrong, but the silence has become a barrier, leaving us both with questions we're too afraid to ask. There's an invisible thread that once connected us, but now it seems frayed. We're still here, still together, but the spark that once bridged the distance between us has dimmed, and now we're left searching for the light in the darkness. I don't know what it is that came between us. Maybe it's the weight of our past, the unspoken fears, or the dreams we no longer share. All I know is that the space between us feels heavy, as if every thought is a wall we can't seem to break down. It's not that we've stopped loving each other. It's just that somewhere along the way, something changed. We've both been pulled in different directions, and now the distance between us is measured not in miles, but in moments we can't get back. I feel like we're standing on opposite sides of an emotional canyon, looking at each other across the divide, but not knowing how to cross. Every day we spend on either side of that gap, we grow further from the connection we once had, and it breaks my heart. The quiet between us speaks volumes, but neither of us knows how to interpret the silence. We've both been hurt, both been silent, and now it feels like the space between us is all we have left. There's something about the way things have shifted between us that I can't quite explain. We're both holding onto something we don't fully understand, and in the process, we've lost the clarity we once shared. It's not about blame or resentment. It's about something unspoken that's been quietly building, a shift in the way we see each other, and a distance that feels like it's grown far too wide to close without risking everything. What's between us now is not anger, but a sort of quiet surrender. We both feel it, the space that's grown without either of us realizing, the unacknowledged feelings that hover just below the surface. We've drifted, not because we wanted to, but because the things unsaid between us began to create a divide we never expected. Now, we're left wondering how to reach out without falling further into the distance. I never imagined that something so intangible could come between us. It's not a fight or a betrayal, but a subtle, creeping change that neither of us knows how to address. There's an unease between us now, a disconnection we can't quite name. It's not a fight, it's not a lack of love, but the feeling that something important is missing, leaving us unsure of how to move forward. The distance between us isn't made of space or time. It's made of unspoken words, forgotten gestures, and the things we've left unresolved. It's as if the very air between us has changed, and now we're both trying to breathe in the same space. I think the hardest part isn't that there's something between us, but that we both feel it and yet neither of us knows how to address it. We're stuck, standing face to face, but unsure how to close the gap.